Hi, my name is Ashley with Hippy Fit, and welcome to another yoga video. Tonight, we're going to take things a little bit slower and do more of a restorative practice. So if you can, you might want to wait until before bedtime to do this practice, and you can get into your PJs, wash your face, brush your teeth, do all those things so you don't have to worry about them afterwards. And if from Shavasana you just want to crawl over to your bed and tuck yourself in, perfect. Or, you might be feeling relaxed and ready to read or journal. But ideally, this is a nighttime, relaxing yin. It'll be very slow practice. So I wanted to open with a little quote from my tea because I'm having a yogi bedtime tea, and I love that the yogi and traditional medicinal teas have the little quotes on them. So this one just says, "This life is a gift." And yeah, I feel like in this moment, let's take a deep breath and contemplate on that for just a second. This life is a gift. We really have to be present to recognize that. And I love how the present is called that, a present, because it's the realization of the moment in front of us, this life in front of us that we're living. It is beautiful and filled with so much magic. And yeah, yoga is really about grounding yourself in that foundation of gratitude, joy, peace, contentment with what is in the moment. And if you have enough ease in your day to be able to sit here and spend this moment with me, that has to be a gift, because we're going to give the gift of yoga and movement and presence to our bodies right now. And so, yeah. That being said, I like to always give two little reminders at the start of every yoga practice that I teach. Number one is that your body is always your first teacher. Yes, I'm here and I will be moving through the practice with you, but I cannot feel what it's like to be in your body right now. And so if a certain movement causes pain, please back off or choose a different posture to take, because a part of yoga is being sensitive and honest to our needs. Rule number two is guideline number two is going to be that do your best to just listen to this practice. Yes, I will be here moving through the postures with you, but when you have your eyes open and you're taking things in through your sense of sight, it can be harder to pay attention to your internal world. It can be harder to turn that sight and look inside. And yes, yoga is about movement of the body, but it's also about our internal dynamic and how we show up on the mat, where we meet ourselves. And it's just an opportunity to be present and explore what is there. So do your best to only listen to this video. I promise I will be descriptive in my language, but if you get distracted for a second and need to glance at the video, that's also perfectly fine. So, to begin, we always start with centering. That can be done seated, or you can lie down on your back. Because this is going to be a really restorative practice, I would honestly just encourage you to begin on your back body and center from there. So as you choose your foundation for centering, make sure that it's a place where you can be both comfortable and completely at ease. On your back, let your thighs roll out, let your feet flop to the side. Let there be some space between your arms and the sides of your body. And see that your hands can be relaxed, your fingers can curl in. Let your head be heavy against the support of the mat beneath you. And feel as though the body could get just a bit heavier. See that you can release your weight into the earth beneath you. And have a moment of recognition for this earth that is always beneath your feet. Here, holding your body. Send gratitude to Mother Earth for being this continuous support in our lives. For all of the gifts that she just graciously shares with us. And know that in this moment, any tension that you have maybe held on to from your day, you can let that go. Release it into the earth. And trust that Mama Earth knows how to transmute that energy into something useful. Nothing knows better than nature, the nature of letting go, rest, nurturing the soil so that something lighter, brighter can be reborn. And start to notice where you are grounded to Mother Earth through your tailbone. And now trace up your spine, around your rib cage. Feel how it starts in your back and wraps around to the front body. Feel that your shoulders can be heavy against the floor. And trace through the curve of your neck. Feel how it lifts off of the mat. And now at your base skull, tuck your chin down and back so you can lengthen the base skull so that the spine can grow just a little bit longer. Relax through your forehead, your eyes, your jaw. And then take your tongue and place it to the roof palate of your mouth with the tip of your tongue right behind your front view teeth. Seal the tongue here for what's known as Jiva Bandha. And notice if when you seal the tongue to the roof palate of your mouth in this way, does it allow air to move a little easier through your nasal passage or the back of your throat? Watch how breath, air expands your body on an inhale, and how your body softens on an exhale. Just notice the fluid rhythm of the breath. See that you could almost see it like a wave. Water. Notice how just like a wave crests and has what seems like a moment before it falls. See if you can also find that in the breath, between inhalation and exhalation. And then is there a calm, still water at the bottom of your exhale before the next breath comes in? stillness at the bottom of the exhale, can you start to sense another rhythm? The rhythm of your heartbeat. And now take your hands to that space, to your heart space, the center of you. Notice how it feels to arrive here. And know that whatever feeling might be present, it's exactly as it's meant to be. Just allow, give space. But see that this is a time in which you can really tune into the wisdom of your heart. And see if there's an intention that is naturally arising from your heart into the mind. An intention that will focus your awareness throughout this sacred time in asana, in yoga practice. It could be a meaningful word, quote, phrase. You could dedicate this practice to someone or something. No matter what your intention may be, just silently repeat it to yourself to really seal it into your awareness. And then when you feel complete in that, lower your arms down by your side and begin by gathering your knees in towards your chest. And then take your hands to your shins, give yourself a gentle hug and rock side to side. And you can take your hands to your knees, press your knees forward and back a few times. And then start to circle your knees around the space of your hips in one direction. Notice how it feels to move around your tailbone. And then circle in the opposite way. And stay really present to the sensation that you feel inside your body. And once you feel like you've balanced the circles in both directions, pause in the center. Set the soles of your feet down to the mat. Walk your feet out wide apart, maybe even onto the outer edges of your mat. Lift your arms up to shoulder height in a T. Turn your palms to face down, spread your fingers, lightly spread your toes, and find the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, and as you exhale next, lower your knees to the right and roll your gaze to look to the left. Inhale to lift your knees and your nose through the center, and exhale to move to the opposite side. So each time, inhale to lift up, exhale to lower both knees in one direction and to look the opposite way. As you lift and lower the knees, engage around your glutes so that you can press your top knee forward and down. And as you engage the back side of your body, search for openness on the front. Watch if that has the tendency to pull you into a back bend. And if it does, engage around your lower core muscles to pull your ribs down a little closer to your hips. The next time your knees turn off to the right side, pause there. You have options here. You can step your right ankle somewhere on top of your left knee. If that is too much or doesn't honor what your body needs in this moment, set the ankle back down. And if you'd like to try a subtle lateral opening, take your left arm and reach it up and overhead. Both of these two binds can pull you a little further into extension through the lower back, so make sure to meet it with the extra engagement through your core. Notice what holds your awareness here in this moment. Bring the left arm back down and step the right ankle back down to the floor if you chose to place it on the knee. Inhale, lift up through center, and once more move side to side with the rhythm, the pace of your breath. Notice the difference in the side that's been held in stillness in comparison with the left side where you've yet to hold. But the next time your knees turn to the left, pause there. Try to mirror the variation you took on the first side, so if you stepped the bottom ankle on top of the knee, do so. Or take your right arm and reach it up and overhead. But know that your body is not necessarily symmetrical. There are a few patterns in life that we do the same from one side to the next. And so if something does not feel quite right, know that it is completely okay if the posture looks a bit different on the second side in comparison with the first. This time, lower your right arm down. Inhale through center. Exhale, move from one side to the next. Notice how movement feels after stillness. And once the knees have moved equal in both directions, heel toe the feet all the way in until the soles of your feet can come together and you can lower the knees out wide. You can leave your hands where they're at, but perhaps turn your palms to face up, or take your hands overhead and interlace your fingers. Bring a bend into your elbows so that your upper body, your arms, can rest comfortably on the floor, and the posture of your upper body can be a mirror of the posture in the lower half of your body. Feel the strong back line of your body, but let the front be soft. Expand your breath into your chest, into your belly. And notice if you hold any story around the belly about its size. And see that you can let this go. This place that is your belly is so miraculous. Does so much every day to digest and to turn what we have eaten and drank that day into what we ultimately become. Our strength, our energy, the very foundations of our physical body. So if anything, send gratitude to that beautiful belly of yours. arms down, and you can use your arms to lift your knees through the center. And trade, so press the knees together and heel toe step your feet out wide apart. Just let the knees rest on one another and see that your hips have turned from an open position to closed in what's known as internal hip rotation. Take your hands and place your fingertips on your belly so that at the very bottom of your exhale, your fingertips, your middle fingers just barely touch. And now continue to breathe and watch how when you inhale, your fingertips come slightly apart. And then when you exhale, at the very bottom of your breath, your fingertips should lightly touch once more. You can send gratitude to the fact that your body always breathes, even without you asking or focusing on it. And yet when you do turn towards the breath, it has this amazing quality to bring you to a state of calm, to almost slow down time, to really bring you into a state of presence and what it feels like to be alive. And send your gratitude to that beautiful breath. Start to slowly heel toe step your feet in. Once more, hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side to massage your lower back against the support of the floor. And then slow that down and keep your left knee hugged into your chest, but reach your right leg down to the bottom of the mat. Ground your right heel and spin your toes up towards the ceiling. Pull your right toes and your left toes back towards your shins and spread your toes wide. Then lift your left knee so that it stacks above your left hip, and you could see essentially a 90-degree angle at both your left hip and your left knee. Take your left arm out to shoulder height at T and reach your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, guide your left knee up and over to the right side of your mat. Then lift back up through center and follow your breath in and out of this lower body twist. Each inhale to lift back through center. Each exhale to move the leg to the right, and you can start to turn your head to look left. But as you twist, ground back into the space of your left shoulder blade. The next time you move into the twist, pause there. Hold. Soften the shoulders down away from your ears. Look for more space around your left rib cage. Could you almost press your left hip a little further down towards the bottom of the mat? Hold for one more inhale, And then on your exhale, roll all the way onto your right side. Reach your left arm around so that both hands stack out in front of your chest. So see that your left knee is slid up to about the height of your left hip. Reach your palms out in front of your chest. Pull your toes back towards your shins. Engage your glutes and pull your low belly in a little bit. Now on an inhale, reach your left fingertips up towards the ceiling and then carry them back behind you to come into an upper body twist. Exhale to reach the left hand back around to where it began. And now move in and out of this twist and see that here, the lower half of your body remains stable. Your left knee stays pressed into the ground. Or you could always place a pillow or a block underneath your left knee. And the next time you find the open position, pause there. You might rest your left arm on the floor, on a pillow or a block as well. It's amazing to hold here with some support beneath the body if you can, so that you can stay here a while. Soften into this twist. Let each exhale allow you to relax just a little bit more. Hold for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then reach your left leg back behind you. Ease onto your back body. Gather your knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side. And this time, leave your right knee hugged in. Lengthen your left leg down to the bottom of the mat. Ground the heel down. Lift your right knee so it stacks above your hip. Pull your toes back towards your shins. Spread the toes wide. Reach your right arm out to shoulder height at T. And bring your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach the right leg up and over to the left side of the mat. Inhale, lift through center. Exhale, add the twist to the lower half of the body. Inhale each time through center. As your leg moves over to the left, ground back into your right shoulder blade. Maybe start to turn your head to the right. And when you add the twist next, pause there. Look for if there's any extra length you could find through the right side of the rib cage. Press the outer hip down towards the bottom of the mat. Hold for one more inhale. And then let your exhale roll you all the way onto your left side. Stack your shoulders one over the other, hips one over the other. See that the right knee is lifted to about the space of the left hip. Spread your fingers wide as your arms extend out in front of your chest. Inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Carry it back behind you. Exhale to bring it back around. And now each time as you inhale and twist, let your eyes follow your thumb. Exhale, return back to where you began. And then when you twist open next, pause there. Set yourself up with any additional support. And as you hold here in this open-hearted twist, hold in your awareness the intention from your start of practice. Hold for one more round of breath. And then roll, reach your right leg back behind you, return to your back, but this time lengthen out both legs down towards the bottom of the mat. And then reach your arms up and overhead to come into a full body stretch. You can roll your ankles around, roll through your wrists, point and flex through the hands, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. And then interlace your fingers, bend your elbows, your arms can rest against the floor. Slide your right heel to the bottom right corner of your mat, and then slide your left leg over so it can meet the right. Now scoot the upper half of your body also up and over to the upper right corner of your mat so that you bring a bend into the left side of your body, openness, and a contraction into the right side of the body. If you'd like, you can step your left ankle over right or right over left, but ground back into your left hip, your left shoulder blade. If you want some movement, you can roll your head side to side. But even as you hold over time, be really present to all the sensation that you can feel. Uncross your ankles. Let the upper half of your body come through the center and then let the lower half of your body follow. Switch sides, so slide your heels to the bottom left corner of the mat. Then let your right leg come over to meet the left. Pick up your head, neck, and shoulders and scoot your upper body also to the left. See if you want to cross one ankle over the other. And then once more, if you chose to on the first side, you can roll the head side to side. Really direct your breath into the open side of your body, the right side. Uncross your ankles. Bring the upper body through center and then let the lower half follow. Step the soles of your feet to the mat. Lower your arms to shoulder height at T. Cross your right ankle above your left knee and open your right knee out to the side. You can stay here. You can take your right hand to your right knee and press your right knee open. Or you can lift your left foot up off the mat and wrap both hands around the back side of your left knee. If you chose to wrap your hands around the back side of the left knee, you might want to inhale and press your left heel up towards the ceiling and bend and straighten that knee a few times. No matter what, if your leg is lifted, your left leg, you might circle around that ankle. And then pause with your left knee bent. Keep your legs in this shape, but reach your arms back to shoulder height at T. Start to twist your legs over to the left side of your mat. Turn your gaze to look right. If it's available to you, you can grab a hold of your right foot with your left hand, and you can reach your right arm overhead. Hold for one more inhale. Exhale your right arm down. Reach your left arm back up. And then inhale, lift your legs up through the center. Uncross your right leg from the left. And then switch to the second side. Bring your left ankle above your right knee. You can press your left knee open with your left hand, or you can lift your right leg up and wrap your hands around the back side of your right knee. Tuck your chin down and back. Continue to try to press the left knee to the side to open a little more around the left hip. If you want to, you can straighten through the right knee, press the heel up towards the ceiling, and then bend once more a few times. If your right leg is lifted at all, you can circle through the ankle. Keep the legs in this shape. Lift your arms out to T. Exhale the knees, the legs over to the right. You might reach your right hand down to grab the left foot and stretch your left arm up and overhead. Gently roll all the way over onto your right side. You can allow your head to rest somewhere on your right arm. And now take your pointer and your index finger to the center of your forehead. Bring your thumb and your ring finger to the top of your nose and slide down the bony part of your nose until you find the more soft, fleshy part of the nose. Now here, use your ring finger to close your right nostril and to breathe only in and out through the left side. You can even use your thumb to tip your left nostril up to make it a little easier to breathe in and out of that side of the nose. Both inhale and exhale through the left side. The left side of your nose is connected to the energy pathway of the right side of your brain.
And breathing in and out of just this left nostril will stimulate a relaxing, cooling, quality to the body. Ease onto your back again. Hug your knees into your chest. If you like to take happy baby, you can bring your knees into the armpits. Wrap your hands to the outer edge of your foot and press the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. And start to scan if there are any last few postures you'd like to take before the final posture of practice, Shavasana. You might want to full body stretch. Bring the soles of your feet together, lower your knees wide. Maybe take one more round of windshield wipe side to side. Know that there is no rush. When you feel ready, lengthen your legs down to the bottom of the mat. Open up your arms wide to the sides of your body. Let your palms turn to face up. Let your feet flap out, your toes curl in. Shavasana translates to corpse pose. It is the recognition that in order to have life, there is death. In order to have work, there is rest. In order to have light, there is dark. Day, night. Yoga honors this polarity. After the more active phase of an asana practice, Shavasana always follows the recovery. So let yourself rest in this home that is you. Your awareness, your heart, your spirit soft. And know that when the time comes to return, I'll be here to bring you back.
The word innocence comes from Latin and means not harmful. This is also the first concept in the ancient yoga texts, ahimsa, or non-violence, non-harmfulness. True artists, as well as yogis, have their being in this innocence and joyfulness, which comes from standing alone in the world, looking at it with eyes which are empty of rules and measures, and reflecting this innocence and joy in body, in mind, and in emotions. This is the stamp of really great artists, and in the ultimate analysis, each one of us is an artist. A quote by Donna Holman. Deepen your breath. And start to introduce some small movements to your fingers and your toes. And then roll on to one side. Press your way up to seated, but let your eyes remain closed just a moment longer so that your attention can stay inside. You can rest your hands in your lap or on your knees. Your palms can be face up in a gesture of receiving, or you can turn your palms to face down to remain more grounded, centered in this moment in your body. No matter what, send gratitude to your physical form for being the vessel through which you were able to move through practice, but also for being the vessel through which you get to move through this life. Remember, this life is a gift. Send gratitude to your mind for its amazing ability to perceive this world, to retain knowledge, to learn, to endlessly learn and grow. Take your hands to your heart center. Bow your head down towards your heart and send gratitude to this very center of you for the wisdom that it holds, for its capacity to be a compass in your life. Send gratitude to your spirit for being the absolute essence of you. This is the gift of life. You are the gift of life. Send gratitude to anyone across all time and space who perhaps you've been able to share this practice with. Know that I am eternally grateful to you for trusting me to lead you through this practice and for supporting me in this way. One more time, remind yourself of the intention from the very start of practice. And please know, it is the divine light in me
that looks out, bows, and honors to that very same light in you. Namaste.
Thank you. And as always, from my little corner of the world, I'm always sending you peace and love. Good night.